Americans, and your starting quarterback in that one would be Lamar Jackson, of course, the Louisville kid, the dynamo from there, the touchdown maker. Running backs, you would have Foreman, who out of Texas, who then went to Houston, and Dalvin Cook in the backfield there. Dynamic pair there. You have obviously a very nice offensive line. Evan Ingram was your standout first team All-American, the tight end who Ike Taylor loves coming up. Corey Davis is going to be your pass catcher. Myles Garrett rushing the passer along with Derek Barnett. That sounds nasty. Jonathan Allen out of Bama at one of the tackles. Dominance there. And Ed Oliver, the freshman at Houston. So anyway, I mean, obviously, you saw a lot of these names. We all became familiar with them, even if you don't watch college football, during the draft process. What's the final score, fellas? You could also go Deshaun Watson, by the way. I'm just to remind you, I didn't realize on the back of this page we have the second team. You could opt for, depending on who your coach is, Deshaun Watson might be your taste, or you might want to go with Christian McCaffrey as one of your running backs, or Jake Butt as your tight end.
Who was coaching the squad?
Let's say it's the reigning national champ. It's Dabo.
Oh, we got Dabo calling the play?
Sure.
All right.
Yeah, it's got to be Dabo. He's the champ.
Does it matter? I mean,
63-17.
63. You think 63 is what they would hang on this team?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
But I think the more interesting discussion might be if you swapped out Cleveland for pick your NFL team.
Cleveland Browns.
Could a team of collegiate all-stars
what do you think that would be?
I still think they'd get trounced.
Trounced. All right. Well,
yeah.
Quantify.
I would love to say that's not the case, but I just think the gap, the reason those teams used to be able to be competitive collegiate all-stars is the gap between those guys in size and strength is not what it is now. I mean, despite the fact that the weight and nutrition and training programs at all these high-end colleges are leaps and bounds above what they used to be, still the skill set that guys pick up after being in the league.
Well, you might be surprised to learn, if you weren't aware of this game previously. This is why I always say, some people get on me. Why don't you care about anything that happens pre-Super Bowl era? Because it didn't matter. The college game was superior to the pro game, literally, and I can prove that because the college all-stars did regularly beat the NFL champ. It was a fringy sport until the 50s.
Some of those NFL players, like, that was the second or third job they had.
Right.
And the thing is, this is an all-star team. These guys just showed up like, hey, what's your name? Steve. All right, run a curl.
Yeah.
And they're playing against dudes who've been playing together for an entire season.
In this foolish hypothetical, I'm assuming that these guys, I don't know, maybe we can imbue them with 3 months of training together. Okay.
Yeah.
I think that's fair. What do you think is the Browns score?
It's better. I'm less worried about Jordan Lewis one-on-one with Corey Coleman than I am with Julio Jones.
I think it's pass rushers that have more than just one or two moves to the quarterback, and I think it's offensive linemen that have been prepared for anything that these young bucks could bring.
But these kids versus previous generations are better prepared to go into the NFL game than they were 15 years ago. Like those Sooner teams that dominated, none of those guys translated offensively. They needed 4 or 5 years to get up to speed. These kids are all ready to roll, and they're all going to play major roles in the NFL in their rookie seasons.
If you give me these guys 5 years from now, I'll have a completely different score for you.
I actually think that's fascinating. So fast forward 5 years in the league with this same roster.
All right. Falcons win 52-21, and the Browns win 30.